Yesterday, the men's and women's Champions League played at the same time on both grand stages. There was tension, controversy, and moments of brilliance. Today, you can expect more of the same, because in this Champions League era, where points are your key to progression, winning is everything. Two teams that know all Women's Champions League as games featuring massive playoff implications. Previous champions Barcelona and Lyon can consolidate their spots in the top four. And in West London, Madrid and in Oslo, crucial points are on the line for teams with big title ambitions or those who are just simply hoping to stay alive. A look over at the men's map for you shows that some significant moves up or down the table could be made in Portugal, in Spain, Belgium, Germany and Italy this evening, with the epicenter tonight, yes, the Spanish capital, where Real Madrid host Manchester City. And way out east, in Baku in Azerbaijan, Carragher against bottom of the table Ajax is already underway in the second half as well. Carragher, currently up 2-1 in that one. Had to stumble, didn't I? Here we are in London, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome along to our second day of men's and women's Champions League action. I'm Kate Scott. It's a little cramped. But you're very welcome, Kelly. The man with the statue here with us this evening, Arsenal legend himself, Thierry Henry.
You have a statue?
Yes, he does.
You learn something new every day.
We'll come back to you in just a second, because usually I introduce Jamie next, so we thought we would stick with that. The future star of a new TV reality show. Could it be Mersey Shaw?
Mersey Shaw.
Jamie Carragher.
Keeping up with the Carragher.
Another name that you like, yeah. Another star of reality TV. Speaking of stars of reality TV, if you don't know her from her 2 World Cup wins, you may well know her from her appearance on The Bachelor. Kelly O'Hara.
I was not a contestant. I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
Just to be clear.
Yeah, just to
a man who has gone early with his New Year resolutions. He's done with the drink. He's cut down to just 1 meal per mealtime. Big Meeks is no more. Ladies, meet Slim Meeks. Yes.
I'm wasting away.
How many wings did you have today after pre-production?
Just 3 or 4.
Oh, you told me 10.
Yeah.
All right.
So you weren't a contestant.
I was not.
Anyway, never mind. The Bachelor.
I was.
Tell us more.
I wasn't a contestant. Surprise, surprise.
What is The Bachelor, though?
You don't know what The Bachelor is?
No.
Yes, you do. The dating show. You don't?
Oh!
Yeah. One guy, like 25 girls.
Ooh, sounds like a
Bachelorette.
bit of me.
Honestly, should we get on it? Is that what this is for? Guys, I feel like actually, would you do it? Micah, would you do that?
Oh, hell yes, he would.
Really? I feel
I'm shocked.
Really?
No.
Oh, you'd be so good at it. Would you vouch for him? As a bachelor?
He has done
write
it.
a little,
I guess he said it's a bit of him. Yeah. He said it's a bit of him.
Anyway, sorry we interrupted you.
Oh, no. I just was on one of the dates. Alex Morgan and I were soccer trainers for the girls. So we
Well, that's kind of boring.
we had to teach them football, and it was
a bit boring.
Yeah. It was shocking, because you would assume that 1 out of 10 girls in the US probably, like, I don't know what the stat is, but played at least some soccer growing up, right? There's 15 girls in front of us at the beginning of the date, and Alex goes, I'm going to ask who's played soccer. And she's, like, raise your hand if you played any soccer. Not one hand went up. We were like, what are we doing here? We're like, what's going to happen? And it was bad. It wasn't great, but we survived. So
And you got paid.
yeah. No. I actually might not have, honestly. I actually might not have.
You got paid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bit
I
of
don't
cash,
remember.
bit of
I'll have to
cash.
go.
Kelly's a big deal, Jamie. She's got a lot of famous friends, a lot of celebrities. Yeah, she's called
Name
with,
names?
Taylor Swift, as you can see.
I'm a Swiftie.
Shall we show you?
Yeah, one of my best friends right there. Definitely don't have her number, so I don't know about
no
best
number.
friends.
She was
No
amazing when
number.
she come to Anfield. We watched her at Anfield at Liverpool.
Who's we? The family, the Carragher family?
Yes.
Did
Keeping
you?
up with the Carraghers. That would have been a good episode, that.
I know. There you go.
Did you have backstage passes?
No, at a box.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah, I had
Sorry.
privilege
Yeah.
because obviously I used to play for Liverpool. I'm not sure that privilege still stands.
Oh,
Why? What's going on?
yeah.
Just what's going on over the last few days.
Did we find out?
Yeah.
If what?
You text Mo Salah, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. It's confidential. I don't kiss and
Anyway,
tell.
Ooh, you were on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Everybody, we're pitchside tonight for you at two really, really big games. For the men, we're out at the Bernabeu. Manchester City is in town to face Real Madrid. Guillaume Balaguer
I don't know who's got
is
the worst
there.
coat on.
On the women's side, you've got Manchester United and Lyon separated by 1 point in the race for top 4 spots. Anita Jones is pitchside for us there. What's up, Jamie?
I thought it was live, it's not. How long have they been stuck there?
A minute. Big games, everybody. We'll be back in just a second.
The penultimate match day of the Women's League phase, so plenty of implications for every game. In the 2 early games, Barcelona is playing Benfica. Barca up 3-1 at the moment, and Bellerenga is hosting Paris FC, and that's still scoreless in Oslo. Later on, it's Chelsea against Roma at the Bridge. Atletico Madrid looking for an upset over Bayern Munich. And in the blockbuster game of the day, Manchester United face 8-time champions Lyon. Now, a quick look at the table shows how important all these games are. Barcelona is top of the table, separated by 1 point. 4th place, Lyon plays 7th place, Manchester United. Also, Bayern sitting in 8th place and can move into the top 4 with a win at Atleti. And down at the bottom, Benfica and Roma are in serious elimination jeopardy. Okay, as we saw there, one of our early kickoffs, Barcelona taking on Benfica. It's 3-1 at the moment to Barcelona. So why don't we go through those highlights all the way over in Spain? Janelli, what are we seeing here? Barcelona are now top of the table if they were. Jamie, wake up. Saw you close your eyes over there. What are you doing?
Yawning in the pre-show. Now you're taking a little nap.
Falling
Long night,
asleep
Jamie.
in
Nap
the
on the
pre-show.
sofa.
The two hosts keeps talking.
All right then, let's focus on the girls. Enough of you, Jamie. Let's talk about our marquee match at Manchester United taking on Lyon. Lyon have won this competition 8 times. It's Manchester United's debut in this tournament. Is this their most important game this league phase, Jen, for Manchester United?
I mean, is it?
yes.
Yes. Coming off of the loss from Wolfsburg, 5-2.
Sure. For sure. Look, they've got Fallon Tillis-Joyce, who's back fit. I think they've kind of struggled with tonight. You're absolute giants of European football. So this is another huge test for them. But I hope they've learned their lessons. They gave the ball far too easily away to Wolfsburg. Huge test for them tonight. I can't wait.
And our lovely Anita Jones just spoke to Mark Skinner, Manchester United manager. So here's what he had to say.
We are a fantastically growing young team that is hungry, but we'll face a challenge tonight, and I want us to hit it head on. Tonight, I just want to see who we are. I want to see that we believe in ourselves and can we take the challenge of a historic team. It's exciting. And we look, as I say, regardless, we know we're going to have to defend, we know we're going to have to dig deep, but if we can put that, we're a special team, and I think we can create history if we can do that tonight.
Well, you talk about creating history. You could book your place in the quarterfinals tonight. I know you're into the knockout stages anyway, but wow, what does that sound like to you?
It sounds amazing, and it does, it really does. And I think, look, we've got a big task ahead of us, but that's why we're here. Why you don't enter the Champions League if you don't want to be the best team. And tonight we're going to see how far we are away or how far we are close. So we've got to make sure that we put the very best of our challenge in, and I look forward to it. I hope they enjoy it in the studio.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Mark. Best of luck.
Darren, what about Lyon? They're 3rd in the table. How do you think they'll be approaching this game against Man U?
Oh, well, Kelly and I are going to battle it up a little bit later, so I don't want to say all of my talking points, but I think Lyon coming off of tying Juventus, I mean, this is the team.
Back to the Men's Champions League. Hopefully Jamie doesn't fall asleep in that segment. And take a deep dive into the classic modern-day rivalry that is Real Madrid against Manchester City.
Good evening, everybody from London. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes. Wow. Give everybody a proper hug.
You see? Yeah, very much so.
There's more room over here now, girls. You see?
Micah's dropping on the list.
All right, everybody, we're going to start this segment by taking a quick look at the live standings with you so you can see how close the race is for that top 8 in the Men's Champions League. Real Madrid right now in 6th place. They're on 12 points. That's just 2 points ahead of Manchester City, who are in 12th place. So tonight, obviously, then 3 points could prove just totally crucial for either of them to finish in the top 8. For more on what has become one of European football's biggest rivals, we're going to take you out to the Bernabeu to Guillaume Balaguer, who we've already seen today. Guillaume, is there any team news? I guess, can we start there?
Yeah, we've got team news. Real Madrid has got a lot of absentees, as you know. The last two to fall is Militao and Camavinga. So a couple of surprises. In the middle, it will be Ceballos instead of Camavinga. At the back, Raúl Asensio, Rudiger with the fullbacks of Carreras and Valverde. There is hardly nobody else that can play in those positions. And Mbappé has not fully recovered. He may be available for later on in the game, but it will be Rodrigo on the right-hand side. It's 30 games without him scoring. Vinny on the left-hand side and Gonzalo up front as a number 9, which guarantees a lot of running and trying to get the ball back. Perhaps not so many goals as Mbappé, but it worked really well in the Club World Cup for Real Madrid. Manchester City is the same team that beat Sunderland 3-0, and it is the debut of Cherki in the lineup for him at the Champions League. So a similar side, as we say, that one that you expect of Manchester City, but of course the talking point is on the other bench, is on Xabi Alonso, and having spoken to many sources, that doesn't seem enough. But the question is, will he get the sack today? Well, his agent is here, but he was always going to make this trip for personal reasons. It's not that he expects something to happen at the end. The media will tell you that if it's a disaster, if they lose 5-0 against Manchester City, it may happen. He certainly is on the verge, but the entourage of Xabi Alonso will add something else. The culture of the club cannot be changed. The players are doing what they want. It is now 10 years ago since Florentino Perez told Ed Woodward, one of the executive of Manchester United, that basically the power of Real Madrid falls 90% on the players, 10% on the coach. That percentage is more or less the same now, which means that they're not feeling comfortable with Xabi Alonso, and that is, in my eyes, the beginning of the end. When will that happen? We will see. But Xabi Alonso knows this club very well, and that's how it all works.
Guillem, thank you very much. Everything there, the picture that Guillem paints feels like a bit of it's a very clear statement on the culture of the club at Real Madrid, isn't it? And feels a bit sad almost that, you know, just half a season in, Alonso could now be in a place where this particular game is make or break for him. Thierry?
It's not sad, it's Real Madrid. The other day we had Gareth Bale talking about at Madrid you manage a team. Now you have a guy there, when you talk about obviously Xabi Alonso, is coaching a bit too much for some people and not managing enough. So that's the situation. We've seen it with Sarri when he went to Juve. Some players were complaining that he thought he was still at Napoli coaching a team. And at Juve, apparently some players were also saying you need to manage the group a bit more. Look, I don't personally agree with it, but that's the way it is. You know, like I can repeat again. Gareth Bale was sitting there the other day and was telling us that at Madrid, what you need to do is to manage players. I feel sorry for Xabi Alonso because you could see what he did with Leverkusen when he was able to coach a team that was going to listen to what he was going to do. But it's a different ball game. It's a different approach you need to have.
The interesting thing is that obviously I know Xabi well, playing with him, and he's an outstanding coach. Obviously, you think at the start of his managerial career, what he did at Bayer Leverkusen. So you're thinking, is he the next Pep Guardiola type of figure in the game? But Thierry's right. But the intriguing thing is, Alonso's not going in there blind. He's been a player at Real Madrid. I think his manager was Ancelotti, definitely there. So he knows how Ancelotti managed that situation. So he's not like someone who's come from the outside. So I was actually intrigued when he actually took the job, because I almost feel like Real Madrid's a job, maybe for someone, maybe if Alonso's more at the end of his career and he's not as hands-on, he's more of a manager. I think when you're young and you're energetic, you've got your ideas, you're always wanting to put them out there every day on the training pitch. So I think by the sounds of it, you're going to do well probably to last the season, maybe not even till Christmas, you know, if tonight doesn't go well, obviously. But when I look at sort of Alonso there being, you know, a clever lad like he is, a great coach, just actually taking that job in the first place, how was he ever going to win? Because when you think of coaches who's been to Real Madrid, great coach, Benitez was out of there really quick, a great coach, won the Champions League with us, and Alonso. Carlos Queiroz was a great coach at Manchester United, goes to Real Madrid, found it tough. And the ones who've really succeeded are Del Bosque, Ancelotti and Zidane. We all think they're great managers, but we don't think they're great coaches. And that's just that's the way of doing things at Real Madrid.
Because you've been a coach, and I think you put your point across really well. What is the difference between a coach and a manager? Can you explain that to the viewers? Because a lot of people think, well, it's the same thing.
No, it is not. It is not. So, for example, you have let me not go into Pep because Pep can do both. But you have guys that will just let the players be players.
So managing
let's say managing what you need to manage. So sometimes you, in teams like that, you're not going to tell, I won't say names that I know, to come and have breakfast at 8 in the morning. Because you want to do it, you want to talk about the tactic at 8 in the morning. Like the guy will tell you, I want the Champions League coming, not whenever I want it, but like we're not going to do that at 8. What's the point to battle at that moment? What's the main goal? The main goal is to be successful and not to lose players along the way, because at the end of the day, I've been there, you're going to lose that battle against players.
Is it different? Well, it feels to me like it's different to Barcelona. And Real Madrid and Barcelona both have, I would say, always the best players in the world. But it feels to me like at Barcelona, it is about like maybe a coach and maybe at times coaching. What is different about Real Madrid? Because they have the same level of players.
It is different. At Barcelona, they create coaches. So they have a style of play that they need to respect. So it's accepted via the core of the club and the fans. You don't match that, you're not going there. Same at Madrid. It is a different approach that the president has said, as Guillaume said, that is 90% players, 10% coach. You need to understand that you need let them drive the car. Sometimes ego will kick in, the way you see the game will kick in. But once again, you need to understand at one point, what's the goal? The goal is for that player or the team to perform tonight. So, for example, if a player arrives late in the morning of a game, what do you do? And that's your go-to player. What do you do? It happened to be. So you're late for what you're late for. So you're late for the breakfast or you're late for the team talk. You're not entering that room because you're late for the team talk. Okay? We will explain to you what was supposed to happen or not. But I'm not going to punish you of not playing tonight. I need to win tonight.
Do you think that would change at Real Madrid?
I don't know, but why I'm saying, understand well, this is the difference between coaching and managing. Manage the situation. So if you manage that situation at that particular moment, why are you going to upset the best player of your team for not being on time for understand me well. Back in the days, I wouldn't have accepted that. But when you're a coach, you need to analyze that you need to win tonight and not lose that player. So punish him for what he's late for, but don't punish him for not playing the game. And let me finish just that one because it's important. A coach will not deviate to what they're about to make sure that the team can win. And the battle, the players is always going to win it.
So you've been in coaching and sort of, I'm not saying give advice to Xabi Alonso, but do you think, would you have certain ways of doing things as a coach? So when you start out, maybe at Monaco, but say you then got the Real Madrid job, would you be totally different?
Look, I won't even go there.
Would you have to change
I didn't even arrive there. But the way I started with Monaco, okay, I'll tell you, as you said, I wanted to be full on, control everything and do everything, not my way, we're going to play like that. To the Olympics, I started to understand the players, see them, being vulnerable with them, have empathy. I was a player, I'm like, okay, what's the goal? You're late, but okay, we need you. I need to make sure that I'm not going to lose certain players because if not, I lose my job. We lose the game. Ultimately, everybody loses, right? So you don't want to reach us. You need to be a bit more like, okay, put your ego on the side, Thierry. Those guys have won here. Try to see if they can also help you to ease through that. And then maybe when you win a title or two, I'm talking about, and you win a Champions League, then maybe you can start to flex a bit. But at the very beginning, you need to have that emotional intelligence to make sure that you can understand the player to go forward and win. Because the goal is to win, all of us together. Kate.
It's not off. Come on. Yes. Manchester City, Micah's beloved Manchester City, they're at the Bernabeu tonight to face Real Madrid. That is just one of several games this evening with real implications for the playoffs. We're going to take a quick spin around those games for you in just a sec. Hello, welcome along, everybody. So our 4 early games are just about wrapping up because we've had a bunch of early action today across the men's and the women's. I can update you on what's happened there. We've got Ajax with their first win of the season. Everybody bought in against Carragher. The goal. Are we going to show you guys the goal? Yes, we are. Okay, we are going to go around the grounds for you quickly. We're going to stay with the ladies. Atletico Madrid have lost both of their home games in the league phase. They now face Bayern. The commentary, so what we're going to allow you, I think, to go and take your place up the sorry, you're not calling that game. You're calling the Man United game.
Man United,
My bad.
yeah.
I apologise. Yes. What? Any mispronunciations will be harshly judged from the studio here. That's how we work.
I'll be back for table time though.
Enjoy your.
All
Oh
good.
yes,
I'll be
table
back.
time. Everybody.
Wind down Wednesday.
Let's go.
Nobody. Have a good game. Okay, should we swap? What? Well, you and me like to sit it out regularly, yes, every week. But we're just miserable. Everyone else seems to enjoy it. Let's switch over to the men. Head over to Bilbao. Because the defending champions PSG are the visit. Big night of football we've got for you, and after the break we're going to unpack the two biggest games of this men's and women's Champions League. Wednesday, the Queens of Europe, that's Lyon going to Manchester United, and the Kings of Europe, Real Madrid, hosting Manchester City. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We'll be right back. I'm sorry, my hair's stuck. I'm sorry.
No, sorry.
It's all right, I got it.
At the Bernabeu tonight is the 15th Champions League meeting between Real Madrid and the mighty Man City. But the big news today, no Kylian Mbappe in the starting 11. How does that affect Real Madrid, Thierry?
Well, 55 goals in 2025 for Real Madrid, so that's a lot of goals, obviously, as you can imagine. But it's time for Rodrigo to shine. It's time for Vinicius Junior to remind us how good of a player he is. But, Micah, no, you want to talk about Philip?
Yeah, I mean, you know how I feel about Phil Foden. I think 2 seasons was talking about, I think he's so good. As we run it on here, he always finds himself here in these half spaces. And once he gets the ball, the time it takes him to take a touch and then take a pass is just phenomenal. I think he's the best in Europe at this. Again, in that little pocket of space and then finish. Little look, we slow it down a little bit. It's just the way he can. But it's not just men's. We want to talk about women's too. Lyon and Man United. Take us away, Kelly, please.
Yeah, we're going to go over to the women and we're going to talk Manchester United, not Manchester City. So, Manchester United.
My bad.
Coming up against the Giants in Women's Champions League. But they're coming off a very big loss to Wolfsburg last match day, 5-2. A lot of people will look at that scoreline and think Wolfsburg dominated that game. They did not. Manchester United had a couple bad giveaways. And Wolfsburg, to determine their line, they have to get up, be connected, united as a line. And that will allow pressure on the ball. What I think Lyon is probably worst at, which is their in-box defending. Too nonchalant. And with Rolfo in the box, you see that cross? She should take advantage of that.
Ooh. Kelly, I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nonchalant.
Yeah, nonchalant.
Are you not going to tear up?
Do I have to spell nonchalant? Oh, Darian, tell me why I'm wrong.
I agree with you if you're talking about Lyon in the first 45 minutes of their last Champions League match against Juventus. They let in 3 goals, and I'm going to take you through why some of that broke down. And the first clip just clearly shows this brilliant chance by Juventus take off. This is your center back and your entire midfield line. This runner's coming in, but she jumps too early. Look at this space. Now you don't have the moment. Brilliant ball breaks the entire midfield line, and your center back once again. Kambiagi out of Hegerberg is tracking back your number 9 marking. That's your mid-half. They make their changes. Look at the compact pressure. Look at the first phase and second phase, but it's Lyon, 8-time champions. If it's the first 45, man, you would win. The second 45, welcome to the Champions League, ladies.
Massive night in the Champions League!
I didn't say Manchester United was going to win,
Anyway,
but there's a chance.
serious heavyweight showdowns on both our Champions League cards today, and the goal-scoring stars galore are all ready to go again and make a difference for their team. Stay with us. Kickoff is next.
So close. Oh.